guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary and high school age. Today is another vlog day. Yesterday I did a vlog all about kind of food prep and canning, which I didn't do as much food prep. No, that's not true. I did a lot of food prep. I did not get to the canning, which is going to bleed over into today. I already posted that video probably a couple of weeks ago, so I will leave that linked in the description box for you if you are interested. Today is going to be all about my monthly cleaning tasks. At the beginning of this year, I decided that I wanted to come up with a list of those things that I need to do monthly or quarterly that I don't think to do on a regular basis, but I really needed a list. And so I created a list, and then I decided that I was going to schedule all of those cleaning tasks for a specific day in the month. And so I have been trying to schedule all of those tasks for the first Friday of the month. This month, it's August. I actually pushed it until the second Friday because we have been on our homeschool break this week, and I just figured it would be easier to do it during our homeschool break rather than the first week of the month. And so I'm probably going to end up pushing September's as well because it's a little bit later. So it's August 9th and my kids are still asleep. It's like 7:45. I have created a list. I used a lot of information from the Passionate Penny Pincher Home Planner, which I think is coming out in just a couple of weeks. It has been so helpful for me the past few years, really creating my own home management routine, what will work in this house, which we moved back in 2020. And if you've watched any of my home management videos over the past couple of years and goals videos, I have struggled to get into a good routine here. And that's primarily because I was at our old house for 14 years. And so all of those habits and routines that I had at our old house do not work in this house. And so the first tip that I have for you, if you're interested in tips about home management routines, is to really figure out what you need. It's very easy to take somebody else's routine and try to implement it, but that routine is most likely not going to work for you. Parts of it will, but you really need to make it your own. So I have this list of tasks that I will share with you in just a minute that I've written in my Erin Condren life planner in the notes pages. And that's what we're going to be working on today, in addition to some canning. My kitchen is a disaster at the moment because I had put all of the tomatoes, I washed all of the tomatoes yesterday, but when we run our dishwasher, our counter gets all hot, and I didn't want them to spoil overnight because the tomatoes are seconds, so they're already a little overripe. So I have all of last night's dishes in the sink that need to be done. Anyways, the first thing I'm going to do is show you my list of tasks, and then we will get started. It is super dark here today, so I'm trying to find a window. We have Hurricane Debbie coming through right now, so it's actually a perfect day for cleaning. These are my monthly to-dos. I have cleaning the washing machine, cleaning the dishwasher, wiping down the fridge, checking the big freezer, cleaning the oven, sink drains, ceiling fans, dust ceilings, bathroom vents, fridge coils, dryer, clean out my purse, and a monthly file sort. So those are the things that I'm going to be working on. A couple of them I will not be doing today. The dryer is one because we just got a new dryer last week, so it's all clean. I don't need to do that this week. I also am not going to be pulling out the fridge today. That's something that I need my husband's help with, and so that one actually ends up being more on the weekend following my monthly tasks day. I do have some quarterly things on here as well that I'm not going to be doing today. Windows, washing the bedding. I actually did that last weekend when we got our new dryer. Moving the seasonal stuff to the entryway will probably be something that I do in September. And then switching out the kids' clothes is also something that I will do after we go kind of back to school shopping for clothes and things, which will probably be in the next couple of weeks. So those things aren't going to be done today, but everything else I think I'll be able to get through. We will see. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually put the tablet in to wash the washing machine. So I will show you that. So this is what we use to clean the washing machine, and all I need to do is just put that little tablet in the washing machine. The next thing that I have to do, which is not on my monthly to-do list, is to start processing these tomatoes. So I'm going to get my folding table and put that out in the kitchen and start cutting up the tomatoes to put in the stock pot to can. I don't know if I will can them today or if I'm going to just cook them and put them in the fridge. I'm defrosting a turkey right now, so I don't necessarily want to put a huge stock pot of crushed tomatoes to cool in the fridge. It's like 60 degrees out, but it's pouring rain, so I don't think I want to put it outside either. I haven't taken a shower yet or anything, so sorry about that. But and then I have all of my pots from last night that I have to clean. So I think if I can move the tomatoes to the table and just get those cut up to go in the stock pot, that is what I'm going to focus on first, and then get the dishes done and then wash the dishwasher. Okay, so I have my stuff ready to start cutting up the tomatoes. I will put them in the stock pot. I'll put this is a trash bowl, a la Rachel Ray. My canner is on, starting to hopefully come to a simmer pretty soon, so I'm just going to get all these tomatoes quickly cut, hopefully quickly, and then move on to getting some other things done. So I just got 7 quarts of crushed tomatoes into my canner. I have to bring it to a boil. They have to process for 45 minutes. Now I need to clean up all of this. Yes, there's a lot of waste when I'm using number 2 tomatoes. It is cost effective to buy the bulk tomatoes and then process them myself. Just takes time. I do also have cucumbers I'm supposed to be canning today. How am I going to do this while I'm also doing my monthly cleaning tasks? I don't know. But I'm going to get the kitchen cleaned up and then hopefully get breakfast for everybody. Yep, it's almost 10 o'clock, so better get moving on the day. Okay, it is 10:15. I cleaned up the kitchen. So, well, for the most part, I've got to run more dishes or wash dishes, but I really need to wait until the canner is done. So I think I have like 20 minutes left on that. I need to clean out the oven, but I want to wait for the stove to cool down before I do that. I did quickly go through my monthly file sort. I really didn't have too much that I needed to work on there, so that is done. I'm going to clean out my purse, which should take me about 5 seconds, and then I am going to wipe down what I can from the fridge. At the moment, I have like a huge box of cucumbers in there. I have a 20-pound turkey defrosting. I have a bunch of other food that needs to be processed, like corn on the cob and stuff. So I can't really clean the inside of the fridge, but for the most part, it is already clean. I try to do a quick wipe down each week when I get groceries. So I'm just going to wipe down the outside of the fridge and then wipe down the side shelves where like the milk and stuff goes, because sometimes the kids spill, well, not spill, but it like drips down. So I'm going to wipe that out, and then I'm going to dust the ceilings. I just have one of those little feather duster things from, oh, what is it from? I don't know what it's from. I'll leave a link for it. It just has like disposable duster heads on it, and I just try and go around the corners of the ceilings just to make sure any cobwebs are not there. And then I am going to check the big freezer and make sure that I have an idea of what is in there. I do for the most part, because I did take out the turkey yesterday to start defrosting. I'm not going to be able to clean the dishwasher and filter until I get all of the cleanup done from the canning, so that will be later on. But overall, I'm feeling really good about where I'm at 10:15 this morning. I feel like I'm getting quite a bit done. I also need to do the ceiling fans, which they have special ceiling fan cleaner things, which I do not have any at the moment. So I'm just going to use microfiber cloths and go wipe those down. So that is where we are at the moment. Purse, dusting, wiping down the fridge. That's what we're doing. This is my duster. It's not anything fancy. It just, I think it's Swiffer maybe. Yeah, I will link it below, but it just has these little disposable duster things, and this extends quite a bit, which is good because I am super short. Okay, let's do a little check here. I have cleaned the washing machine. I did the ceiling fans and I dusted the ceilings. I did the bathroom vents. I'm not doing the fridge coils or the dryer today. I don't need to do the dryer because, like I said, we just got a new dryer. I probably will try and do the fridge coils this weekend. I cleaned out my purse. I did the monthly file sort. I still need to do the oven, the fridge, and the freezer. I was supposed to just do the fridge, but I ended up doing all of the dusting. What I'm actually going to do is the sink drains now, which is very very minimal. So I will tell you what I do there. For the sink drains, the only thing that I do is I just pour some baking soda and some vinegar down there. I know that some people will say, oh, it doesn't actually do anything because you're neutralizing the vinegar, but the foaming that happens helps to loosen up any gunk that is in the drain. At least it does, in my opinion. And then I have this little handheld battery-powered scrubby thing for the bathroom, which I will show you in just a second. And I just clean the faucet and the drains to try and just get things cleaned out a little bit. So that is what I'm going to do next. So this is the little scrubber that I use to clean out the drains, and then it does have little attachments for cleaning, you know, your shower and stuff like that. I have another little attachment that I use for the faucet nozzle, but this is for the drain. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Okay, so this is my very exciting demonstration of how I do the baking soda. So this is just like a cup of baking soda. And then I'm just going to pour probably a cup of vinegar, and I let that foam and drain. It's really exciting, guys, I know. And then I'm going to take my little scrubby thing, just do this, and get all the gunk out. You see, it's so gross, I know. And I run the hot water. And then eventually it drains all the way. Sorry, Lucy came up, and so I was talking to her, and I will just do this one more time. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Clean this off. I will let the hot water run just a couple of seconds. If there's a bad clog, then I will come back in and work on that, but there isn't now. Then I just take one of these 7th generation disinfecting wipes, and I will wipe down the sink real quick, and then I will be done with the sink drains. So how I clean the oven is I just make a little paste of baking soda and water, and I just stick it in here, and then I'm just going to use a wet microfiber cloth to wipe things down. If you do this pretty regularly, it doesn't get all that dirty. My oven is not all that dirty, so I don't need to do too much cleaning, but this really works. Or you can, if it's really stuck on, you want to use a lot and let it sit for quite a while, but mine's not too bad, so hopefully it won't take too long to clean this out. Okay guys, so the only thing that I have left to do now is to clean the dishwasher, which I will do a little bit later today, but I'm not going to keep recording. I'm actually going to wrap up this vlog here. The entire purpose of me choosing one day a month to do these monthly cleaning tasks is so that I can just get them all done. Instead of trying to spread them out throughout the month and assigning different ones to different weeks where I'm having to constantly stay on top of everything, it just makes so much more sense for me in my season of life to be able to dedicate a morning to getting all of these things done. Now, it's just about lunchtime right now, so it does not take a huge amount of time to do all of these things. Yes, if I was deep cleaning the freezer or deep cleaning the fridge, it would take a little bit more time, but those are weekly projects that I have on my list of weekly projects to do a couple of times a year, so it's not a monthly task. A monthly task is something like wiping down the inside of the oven, or cleaning the washing machine, or cleaning the dishwasher, or cleaning out my purse. I know that some people will do that weekly. I don't need to because I don't really keep a ton of stuff in my bag anyways. A monthly file sort, just to move things for the next month for finances or whatnot. All of these things are pretty quick tasks. And so if I spend like 2 or 3 hours just working on those things one morning a month, I can get them all done and then they're done for the month and I don't have to think about them anymore. I know that everybody does things differently. Each home management system, you have to do what works best for you and your home and your family. This is just what works for me, and a lot of these things, I mean, all of these things I would do periodically anyways, but it wouldn't be monthly, or it would just slip my mind, or I had no place to track it, so I just didn't think about it. So at the beginning of this year, when I was considering my yearly goal of continuing to cultivate a life-giving home, I knew that I wanted to have some sort of system in place to deal with these monthly tasks. And it just made sense in my brain to choose a day. I think it was during my January monthly reset. I was sitting down, going through all of the stuff that I have to do for planning purposes, etc., for the next month. And I thought to myself, why don't I just also schedule a day to do these monthly tasks? And is every month perfect? Absolutely not. And honestly, it got kind of jumbled up when we went to Florida in April because we were gone for a couple of weeks. And then by the time we got home, I was trying to do all kinds of other stuff because, you know, we had been on vacation and just getting back into the swing of things and finishing up our homeschool year. So not every month is perfect, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the same day each month. I just chose the first Friday of the month, figuring it would be a good day to try and do these things. But like I said, today is August 9th, so it's the second Friday of the month. Next month, I will probably do it the second week in September as well, because I'm doing it now. And just, you know, each month you can choose whichever day you want, and I can choose my day during my monthly reset day, which I have like the last Thursday of the month. So thinking ahead to the next month, what makes sense. So I hope that you enjoyed this little peek into a kind of clean with me vlog and how I am managing some of those monthly tasks, things that don't need to be done all of the time. I think that having a place to keep track of it is very helpful. I made mine in my Erin Condren Life Planner, but you know, you could use any sort of tracker, and you could put, you know, your monthly tasks, your quarterly tasks, and, you know, the things that you have to do twice a year, and even yearly tasks. I think having a place where you just list all of those out when you're getting ready for the next year, just figuring out all of that stuff, it's very, very helpful and helps you maintain your home. It's just something that has been really helpful for me this year, and I'm super pleased that I even thought about it. I'd never considered just doing these monthly tasks once a month on a particular day, all of them. I would space them out, but this makes so much more sense to me. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.